Hi friends, I'm Shravyashri. I completed my civil engineering from JBIT. So, in this channel, I'll be teaching you the concepts of civil engineering in an easy way. So, my first video is all about introduction to civil engineering. What is civil engineering? Civil engineering is a professional engineering discipline that deals with design, construction, and maintenance of physical and naturally built environment, including public works such as roads, bridges, canals, dams, airports, sewerage systems, pipelines, structural components of building, and railways. So, this is the basic definition of civil engineering. So these are the disciplines of civil engineering. First one is architecture and town planning. So what is the importance of architecture? Architecture gives beauty to buildings. It enhances the appearance and it maintains heritage. Town planning is now separated from civil engineering. So town planning includes planning the layout of the town, planning the road in different gridways, separating commercial, residential, academic and industrial areas, planning green belt. Very important thing is planning proper sewage and disposal units, planning water treatment plants and water storage units. These are all included in town planning. Town planning was once upon included in civil engineering, but now it is separated from civil engineering. Next is building materials and technology. What are building materials? Building materials are the materials which are used for construction of buildings. They may be bricks, tiles, soil, cement, stone, sand, steel, etc., which include construction materials. So these materials can be available naturally or some are man-made. These days, there are many technologies, new trends, new technologies available in manufacturing process of building materials. There are different varieties of building materials we can get today. So, what this building material technology deals with? It deals with proper use of desired material economically and safely. So, it is very important to use desired materials. There are many materials available to us, but it is very important to choose which is a desired material, which is available economically, and which is very safe to use. So, construction technology and management. This is one of the discipline which deals with planning, scheduling, execution of construction activities related to project. So, what exactly construction managers do? They review contracts. You know what is a contract? It is a legal document. They order for materials and they hire and schedule the contractors. So, the job of a construction manager is to provide quality control and ensure project is completed on time. That too within the budget. We have already discussed when we choose a building material, it should be economical. Next discipline is environmental engineering. So generally people think that environmental engineering means study of environment around us. But what exactly environmental engineering in civil engineering deals is, it deals with the technology to save nature from human and natural abuse and pollution. So, the study involves balanced compromise between environment and safety. It exactly deals with technique of water collection, purification, and supply. We need to supply uh, the water, drinking water, which is potable. At the same time, wastewater collection. We need to collect the waste from different buildings. It may be commercial, it may be industrial, it may be residential. So the way how the waste is collected, how it is treated, and how it is disposed. or how it is reused. So it is also deals with control of all types of pollution, solid waste management. So environmentalist versus environmental engineer. Environmentalist is a different guy. Environmental engineer is a different guy. Environmental engineer deals with the technique of water collection, purification, supply, waste, water collection, treatment and disposal, whereas environmentalist deals with all aspects of environment. Next discipline is geotechnical engineering. All structures are founded on ground, you know that. So what exactly geotechnical engineering involves is it understands the ground behavior, soil characteristics and interaction between soil and structure. It involves foundations, slopes, retaining structures, highway pavement design, embankment, earth dams, tunnels, underground structures, etc. So you know what exactly is a foundation? Foundation is a structure which takes the loads from superstructure and distribute to the soil safely. It is the very important element of any structure you take. So geotechnical engineering, uh, in which we assess the quality of soil, also rock to carry the structure. If the soil quality is not good, we either replace the soil or we go for deep foundations. So proper knowledge of geotechnical engineering is very much necessary for safety and stability of structures. Next is hydraulics, water resource and irrigation engineering. You know what is hydrology? Hydrology is study of water. So what exactly hydraulics deals with? Hydraulics deals with mechanics of water fluid flow. Water or fluid. Fluid may be water or any liquid. So water resource, what exactly water resource deals is, water resource engineering deals with identification and utilization of available water. Irrigation, you know what exactly irrigation engineering? Irrigation, you know that. So engineering dealing with irrigation is called as irrigation engineering. Groundwater utilization, groundwater recharge and rainwater harvesting, all these things comes under irrigation engineering. Next is hydraulics, water resource and irrigation. This is already we have discussed. Irrigation engineering deals with water management for agriculture purpose. There will be how water is distributed from dam to the very field channel. So what is a dam? Why dams are constructed? Where dams are constructed? Dams are constructed at desired location to store water. We cannot construct a dam in between a town, right? We need to construct a dam where river is flowing, and we need to store the water in reservoir. We need to supply the same to drinking purpose, agricultural purpose and many water supply purpose. So what exactly water management involves? So they deal with drainage systems, detention ponds, navigational waterways, etc. Next is remote sensing and GIS. GIS is geographical information systems. These two are the one of the new fields. Okay, they deal with improvements in space technology, how we can collect the data from space, satellites, how the data is collected from space, how it is processed and how it is utilized by a civil engineering. It all deals with the subject of remote sensing. So all the details I have given you in this slide. Good mapping technique helps us to get required information accurately. You know what is a map, how it is useful. So all these things are included in this slide. Please go through this slide. Next discipline is structural engineering. Okay, what is a structure? Structure is anything, excuse me. So a structure is a series of connected interrelated elements that form together a system which can resist a series of external load effect applied to it. So next discipline is surveying. So, survey in general, surveying is the art of determining relative positions of various points on the earth, above the earth, or below the earth. So, what exactly we do in surveying? We find the relative positions of various points. So, how it is useful? Surveying is useful in collection of data. So, this data, what kind of data we collect? We collect data of topographic features of a location for future construction. They help us in preparing plans or maps in detail which may be used for the construction purpose. Next is transportation engineering. So, what exactly transportation engineering deals with is it involves planning, designing, construction or operation and maintenance of transportation facilities. So what is a road? You know what is a road, right? Road is an identifiable route, way or path between two or more places. Road is simply any pathway for riding. Bridges. Bridge is a structure built to spans. It is designed for trains, pedestrians, or road traffic, a pipeline or a waterway for water transport or traffic. So next is dam. You know what is a dam? I have already told you in my previous slides. Dam is a barrier that stores water at two levels. The primary purpose of dam is to store water whenever applicable in plenty for use during scarcity. That water can be used for drinking purpose, domestic purpose and agricultural purpose. Next discipline is infrastructure. So you know what exactly is an infrastructure? Infrastructures are the structural elements that allow for the production of goods and services without themselves being part of the production process. Example, roads will allow transportation of raw materials and finished products. So what exactly infrastructures deals with is transportation. Transportation we include road network, railways, ports and harbors, air travel and airports. Second one is television network. It is also a means of communication. Telephone network. What exactly we include in telephone networks? Landlines and mobile phones. Energy sector. Electrification, use of renewable energy such as solar, wind, biogas plants. These are like eco-friendly techniques. Agricultural activity. You know what is an agricultural activity? Construction activity. It is the second largest economy in India. This is the port development slide about port development. So you know what is an airport? So what exactly a civil engineer do? He analyzes long range plans, survey reports, maps, and other data to plan and design projects. So without maps we cannot plan or design projects. So what exactly he does is he will collect all plans, he'll collect all survey reports, survey maps and other data which can be useful to plan and design projects. And he will also consider construction cost. I have already told you how cost plays an important role. For example, there are two bricks which are available. One brick is of a cost 16 rupees and another brick is of a cost 12 rupees. So, which one you are going to buy? When both of them are giving equal qualities for the structure, definitely will go for lesser cost. So, he will be considering the construction cost too. And we need to go for government regulations. There are many regulations given by the government which we need to follow. Potential environmental hazards. We cannot construct a building which will cause effect to environment. So definitely we need to consider environmental hazards. These days to reduce the impact of environmental pollution, we are going for green buildings. So green buildings are the buildings which are eco-friendly buildings. They whatever the types of building materials we use, what are the disposal methods, electricity method, the way we get electricity, all these methods we use natural resources or recycled products or eco-friendly materials in green buildings. And he also considers other factors in planning the stages of and risk analysis for a project. He will be involved in testing building materials. For example, when we take uh, concrete, we say it is the M20 is the characteristic compressive strength of concrete obtained after 28 days of curing expressed in newtons per mm square. So how did we get that grade? Only after testing. So testing building materials is an important role of a quality control engineer and also a site engineer. Site engineer as soon as site engineer as soon as he gets build materials to his site, if he gets cements, he need to check the manufacturing date, he need to check the weight of cement bag, he need to check the fineness of cement. So every stage of construction we need to check the quality of building materials, and every project. Okay, so next role of civil engineer is to provide cost estimates. You know what is an estimate? So he need to provide cost estimate for materials, equipment, labor, to determine complete project budget and also to determine economic feasibility. Next role is to use design software, example AutoCAD, STAAD. So he need to have the knowledge of software. At the same time, he should use a perfect software which is giving more output. And he should also have knowledge of hydraulic systems, structures in line with industry and government standards too. Apart from this, he should have knowledge of codes. Example, IS 456 is the basic code book we use for plain and reinforced concrete. In the same way, he should be having the knowledge of codes, and he should be involving in maintenance, repair and replacement of public and private infrastructures. So guys, this is about introduction to civil engineering and civil engineers. Civil engineering has a significant role in the life of every human being you take. Through one may not truly sense its importance in our daily routine. So the function of civil engineering commences with the start of a day when we take a shower, since the water is delivered through a water supply system including a well-designed network of pipes, water treatment plants and other numerous associated services. So guys, this is my video about introduction to civil engineering and civil engineers. If you like the video, please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.